women struggle with physical validation as opposed to a man. A man prides himself in his looks. Most men, if you tell the man, you don't they grow pot belly, you go laugh saying I'm money. Do you get? Or you're now looking big, oh, now money. Was she looking good? Was she looking flabby? Yes, she was looking flabby. But coming from a husband, there's a way you talk to your wife that, babe, this your extra fat here and there. You need to trim it down now.
I feel like Ewa is looking for experience. This movie was first of all directed by Funke herself, who has done so many movies. She's a veteran in Nollywood. When I was watching the movie, the cinematography, the lighting was on point for me.
It's just normal now that you can't just go to your husband and somebody else impregnated me. Thank God. I'm now pregnant. By who? Somebody else. No, it's not. Doesn't work that way. So you try. That's why paternity fraud is a big deal in Nigeria. It's 30%. Out of 10 children watching me right now, 3 of those children are not living with their real fathers.
Yeah, that's true.
Proven fact.
Yeah.
Why do we have paternity fraud? It's because of cases like this. My best is between Funke and Efa.
It has to be Efa.
But Efa no. Efa
tried.
Hey, Efa made Funke act like a baby. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like Funke was actually in love with Efa in that movie. Like it was real. Like Funke was mad with like why you just lose guarding like this now?
But my issue was that the first kissing they had was not necessary at all. It never happens because there was no scene of the guy admiring Funke at all. There was no scene of Funke even looking and say, "Oh, this guy is cute." You understand? But she was holding.
Break now. You know when you connect, when you're a broken person, and you connect with another broken person, so there's a connection, right? And you might get lost in that brokenness.
Talk about experience.
Hey movie lovers, welcome to POV. Now you already know what we do here. We give you unbiased review on everything entertainment, from your movies to your music, everything. So whether you are a diehard fan, a casual viewer, or a fierce critique like the amazing guest that I have here, we've got something for you. I am Michelle Abanum, and today we'll be diving into a film that has been stirring conversations on social media. Finding Me. So grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and we'll get to it just in a bit. Welcome back, guys. Now let's talk about this movie, Finding Me. This one was directed by Funke Akindele and Isioma Osaji. I hope I did not murder that name. But it is a heartfelt drama that explores themes of self-worth, self-discovery, and societal expectations. The film follows Tinuke, a woman struggling with insecurity and the weight of external validation. After walking away from toxic relationships, she embarks on a journey of self-acceptance. Then she meets this guy, Kola, who sees her in a way she never saw herself before. And they got married, and that's like a very brief, description of this movie. And it stars amazing cast like Funke Akindele, Femi Adebayo, Shafi Bello, Sharon Oja. Very amazing cast. Now for the very first time, I am so excited to be here with Ayo and Jude, because I have never been so confused about how I feel about a movie. Welcome, Ayo. Welcome, Jude. It's nice to have you here.
What's an introduction?
Honestly, like I have never been so excited to have you guys on the show, because after I saw this movie, first of all, how are you doing? Because I am so confused.
I'm not confused about my state right now. I'm okay.
Okay,
but I'm confused about you.
I'm fine. I'm doing great.
All right, thank you. Now we've had that sorted out. Let's talk about this movie. Finding Me.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? What first comes to your head when you saw the name of the movie, the title of the movie?
Okay, I feel like it's more like finding yourself, the other side of yourself, like trying to bring out the inner you, like trying to do things that you are not even sure you can do in the past. Yes, and that's what I feel like when I say finding me, like finding the real me. Yes, and maybe I've been, hiding in a shell or so. So that's what I feel like.
All right, now AY.
Yeah.
So finding me, then it's a journey to self-discovery.
Absolutely.
Self being the key word here.
Yeah.
Would you say this movie portrayed the theme, which is self-discovery, everything? Do you think it portrayed the theme of the movie properly?
I think so. I think so because the lead character happened to be played by Funke Akindele. Before the discovery was a very timid, insecure, lacking motivation. She did not really believe in herself that she could be. Aside being a career person, I'm talking about her looks, her confidence as a woman. She did not have much of that, before she met
Anthony.
Yeah.
Able to be played by Efe Iwara. So I think the movie was started well and ended well because the lead character started as a very timid, insecure wife and all that. But at the end of the movie, she became more bold. She believed more in herself. She had more confidence. So the storyline was good. The transitioning from scene to scene was quite good.
Don't you feel like, Jude, don't you feel like her discovery was also dependent on another man?
So most times situations are some of the things that help you to bring out the inner self, like your inner self. So I feel like in her own condition or situation, it was all based on her feelings. Yes, I think she was trying trying her best to believe that this man actually loves her. You understand? But truly, she even when she sensed it that the guy didn't actually love her, she still feel like, oh, I can work it out, I can make it happen. So she was just hiding. I feel like she was hiding in her what they call this word
Comfort,
now? No, like
Delusion.
when you have these fairy tales, like you have this belief.
Delulu.
Yes, you have this belief that, oh, this is I can have a dream that me and
Yeah.
this guy can make a good husband and wife and stuff like that. But in real life, it was not like that. So
Sometimes you just need someone to tell you the truth about yourself. It might not necessarily be your partner. So this movie is actually a very expository movie to me because sometimes your partner might not see some truth about you. It might take somebody else, maybe a friend, maybe a colleague and all that, to say that, do you know that you can actually do this thing?
But she had a friend. She was friends with
Sandra,
Omoni
Oboli,
for years.
But there are some truths that can only come from the opposite sex or opposite gender.
yeah.
So
Like
I don't categorize that as self-discovery.
Yeah,
If
it might
it
not
has
be
to be dependent on someone else,
But she had to take
do you
off
understand?
she had to take off that. The truth was sold to her, but she had to buy the truth.
Yeah.
But it took her a while as
It
well.
took her a
It
while.
happens like that
But at the
most
end of the
time.
day, she bought the truth. She owned the truth that yes. When the guy told her that look into the mirror, tell yourself that
You're
you're
beautiful.
beautiful, and she went there and
Hollywood film.
But that's the truth. That's the truth.
sometimes
Most times
you
you
just need a catalyst,
Yes.
to just tell you that come
to just
on,
spike you up.
urge you on, and all that, and you just. But if you are being urged on, you're being mentored, or you're being praised, or you're being cajoled, and you don't take up that responsibility, you will still be on the same stage, on the same level. So I believe, yes, even though it was highly motivated by what's his name, Anthony, played by Efe, she also owned that truth, which is self.
Okay, so before we start talking about technicalities, the part that is very
Yes,
enthusiastic about.
shaky shot.
So do you think this movie is actually realistic? Like,
Yeah.
do people really go through? Are people this delusional, right?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
say delusional, what like it's a reality. It's a reality. Was she looking good? Was she looking flabby? Yes, she was looking flabby. But coming from a husband, there's a way you talk to your wife that, babe, this your extra fat here and there. You need to trim it down now.
How do I feel like Ewa is talking for experience?
But he was like, making her feel less of herself because he had ulterior motive. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's real. Women go through, when you give birth or not. No, she did not give birth.
Yeah.
But sometimes the studies even shows right now. Since we're talking about reality, now, study shows right now that in the UK, even not just in the UK, married men have 3 times as much chance of becoming obese than single men.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you get married, some of us who started off
Relax.
very lepasious. Now see as we are doing, but if our partners are now talking down on us that you look so ugly, you look so unpleasant, it will affect our psyche. So it's playing out in real life. Couples are struggling with this. Married women are struggling with this. Married men are struggling with this.
Married
so it's real.
men.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do you mean?
In terms of physique, for example,
Yeah.
a woman who loves six packs and all
Yeah.
that, muscles, you marry that kind of man, and 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line,
But I think it's
he's
more
having a pot belly.
It's more prominent with women than men.
Yeah,
So why men like this?
It's both
Why
parties.
men like
parties
this?
now.
It's both parties. It's
now.
not
How,
just.
no, I feel like if we create a study now and then we analyze this thing in depth, I feel like it's more prominent with
In terms
women.
of
Because of
body shaming.
child-
Yes, especially in marriage. So
Yeah.
you get married and then let's even assume, because I watched a video online recently and then she got married to this man. Before she got married, she was not wearing earrings. She looked a certain kind of way and the man saw her and he got married to her. And then you just expect that when you get married, the woman automatically changes for you and then you begin to see faults. It's more conversant with men,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
than women. So why? Tell us.
For-
Educate us.
I will allow AY to start first.
What happened? Are we still talking about Finding Me, the movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
finding me actually. Because I need to
I
find
feel
me
we are,
right now.
Digressing. We are finding something.
Not
else.
yet.
We are
What?
not finding me. We are finding something.
Okay, so tell us
Okay, where should I even start off from now?
from the
Women struggle
beginning.
with physical validation, as opposed to a man. A man prides himself in his looks. Most men, if you tell them, you don't they grow pot belly, you go laugh saying I'm money. Do you get? Or you're now looking big, oh, now money. Do you get? Now peace of mind. But if you tell a woman that, oh, you're looking big, you're looking so fat, she takes it personally.
Depending
because-
on how you say it, though.
well, I'm just saying generally speaking.
Okay.
Women are more interested, are more conscious of how they look. That's why you find out that most women, these not verified stats, don't get it twisted, but most women are now hitting the gym as
Yeah.
opposed to men.
Yeah, true.
Because they want to trim down. It's the women that do the BBL, the liposuction, all those liposuction, everything changing.
Men
all
are
that.
doing it now.
Well, you know
no
the
section.
percentage.
Who's the man that is doing the section?
Please don't. It's not me. Please, let's move on.
But anyway,
Now we are digressing. We are beginning to digress.
Okay, anyway, what I want to say is,
Yeah.
based on the movie, you can understand that it all depends on the reason why you love your partner.
Is that you're talking
You
like
understand?
you're in love or you've been in love before?
So it all depends on the reason why you love your partner. So if you love your partner because of her physique or his physique,
Which is the criteria.
so when you now lose that physique,
But it shouldn't be the
mean,
yeah
but it's a factor.
but you,
Love starts from seeing.
attraction.
it all depends. Oh.
Oh my God.
Have you seen some?
Beauty is
Okay,
in the
okay,
heart
okay.
kind
Do
of
you know what?
love.
This is not a relationship.
Exactly.
So I don't want to
So-
start.
You see before you love.
It
now.
depends on the
Guy.
person. Guys sees, ladies listens.
Eh,
That is it.
that's Bible
Ladies
days.
used
Oh.
to see. Oh.
Those are Bible days. Oh.
Eh?
Some
Which
ladies,
ladies are you
some ladies,
convincing?
no, some ladies,
They used to see.
in this
they
Lagos.
saw the guy initially and they
Yeah.
didn't like this guy.
Okay.
But the moment they started seeing other potentials in the guy, maybe the guy was very caring and other aspects,
Yeah.
they develop feelings on this guy.
Standard.
But guy is like, I don't like you. I don't like you.
No. You can't generalize.
All right, let's come back. Now let's talk about the cinematography of this movie, right?
Okay.
Considering it being a prime movie, would you say the cinematography did justice to portraying the emotions of Tinuke? Would you say that?
Okay, so this movie was first of all directed by Funke herself, who has done so many movies. She's a veteran in Nollywood. You understand? So you should understand that she knows. I think she have learnt a lot. You understand? She have learnt a lot when it has to do with shots, angles, and she knows the right people to use for a particular job. Because when I was watching the movie, the cinematography, the lighting was on point for me. Even when she was trying to play that what was that stuff they do? This foreplay that her couples used to play. That she
50 Shades, baby.
she tried playing it.
For that Christmas.
She tried playing it and look at the lighting.
Yeah,
They
true.
got that lighting exactly.
How do you know?
I like that scene. Oh.
How do I do
You
it?
like what?
That's a very
Stop
funny
it.
thing. That's a very funny thing because I Funke tried. You understand? But she was.
Do you know why it was awkward? But she played that awkward
Yeah.
part well.
Very
so
well.
that's why I liked her.
Very
Like, come on, man.
Yes, so the cinematography and the light department, they all work together because they told the story according, even the sound, because you noticed when she was playing that same scene, there was this soundtrack they put on that. When immediately the guy say, shift a beg, what was it? Woo! It dropped down. So they all worked together. So it was perfect for me.
Fantastic. Now, AY, let's talk about costume and makeup. I mean, the whole trying to portray Tinuke as someone who doesn't know how to dress, like the sweet help, all of those things. Do you think they did justice to that?
True. Good. The wigs she put on before,
it was a bit extra though. How do you wear braided wigs and beads? Blue and white beads.
It's just to depict, the kind of person she was before she met Anthony. That's Efe. So, wearing braided wigs, and you could see the hair, her natural hair pop out at some point at the back of her head and all that. Then her dress sense was really whack, So that's how she was. She did not know. She had zero style, and were they able to achieve that? Yes. But even aside the lead character, every other person, Efe's wardrobe, that's Efe Iwara's wardrobe, was quite good. It was quite.
Efa's my baby.
Efa. So Efa, I'm always saying Efe. Efa's wardrobe was quite good, stylish, Gen Z kind of fashion and all that. Even Joseph Banjamin.
Yeah.
Good to see Joseph Banjamin back in Nollywood. It's been a while I saw him. And his wardrobe was quite good as well. So the wardrobe, the costume, the makeup, there was makeup on Tinamba when she, there was a pretense like she had cancer and all that. That makeup was quite good as well, quite convincing too. So the movie is not heavily dependent on SFX.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting any Hakim effects kind of makeup and all that, but they do well in terms of dressing up the characters.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
Oh, I think we're forgetting a part of this movie. Thank God you mentioned Sinamba. That aspect of the movie that involved what's her name now? Timini's sister.
Okay. Dakore.
Then Tinamba. That part of, what do you think about that storyline? Do you think it was necessary?
It was for me. So the thing is that immediately they showed that other side of it, I knew where the story was heading to. Because first of all, they started with that suspense part. Okay. So when I saw that scene, so it was like the male version of what Funke was passing through. You understand? Because the guy was giving money. He was willing to help a lady, and the lady was scamming him. Jennifer was doing her own, like Funke was doing her own by giving money to a guy, her husband. People. So I knew that the connection was heading that way.
Yeah.
Yes, and so first of all, they tried to make us believe that truly the lady was having cancer. The mother was having cancer. The later on, that guy, when they had that conflict, when they now sent that 500,000, I knew, they want to now break, the. So let's say I feel like this story now is about to merge. That's the merging point. I knew that these two will fall in love. But my issue was that the first kissing they had was not necessary at all. It never happens because there was no scene of the guy admiring Funke at all. There was no scene of Funke even looking and say, this guy is cute. You understand? But she was holding.
Break now. When you connect, when you're a broken person, and you connect with another broken person, so there's a connection, right? And you might get lost in that brokenness.
Talk about experience.
Please tell me something.
Some people are kissing when they are heartbroken. It's unplanned, unscripted.
Come on.
That's the thing that happens with
it happens.
boyfriend and best friend.
No.
Oh, you need to explain.
I've not experienced. So you have experienced before. Exactly. I need to hear from you. Overall, what do you think about the story plus the Tinamba story plus what do you think about
the Tinamba story? The script itself was really dynamic. Jude talked about him predicting that if Efa and Funke will fall in love at some point and all that. Yes, maybe, but the whole twist here and there, the turns, the twist, especially the twist that involved her not giving birth before. Because the impression was that she had a 10-year-old boy and they've been struggling to give birth for 10 years. But at the end of the day, she has never gotten pregnant before. So that pregnancy was her first. And also the twist of the doctor, I've forgotten the guy's name now.
Felix.
They played Alex.
Felix.
Felix.
Yeah.
So, being a fraudulent doctor, and of course the husband conniving with the doctor to keep her in that state of, I can never have a child.
Men.
What?
Go on.
Men are what?
I just said men.
Okay, men are blessed. Okay, so so that is another major twist. Aside the fact that even the cancer that's Tina and Bag, I don't want to use that word. We never have cancer in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
But the character you played, I was so convinced that this woman was cancerous, and if I was trying to help the family, the twist came again. I was like, but I thought this was real. This is just a play. This was the plot to siphon this guy and all that. So Funke, for those who know Funke, she's a queen of twists.
Yeah.
If you watch her movies, you love her, you will know that Funke does not act linear stories.
Yeah.
There must be even though you can predict the end, like A Tribe Called Judah, you could predict that, okay, this will happen, but along the line or along the way, you'll see so many undulations, so many twists here and there.
That's
so
true.
For me, I really kudos her, because Finding Me, when the name dropped, even, okay, Femi Adebayo's role. Femi Adebayo reminded me of the role he played back in 2011 or 2012, Jelili. I did not predict. I couldn't. When I saw Femi Adebayo play that role again, I was like, this man played this kind of role a long time ago. He was able to replicate that as well in the movie. So, and she was able to merge both the Yoruba Nollywood scene and also the English. You could see the likes of Kemi T, that's CD. For those who love Yoruba movies, CD was on that movie as well. Delo Dule was also in that movie as well. Shafi Bello was in that movie. So merging Shafi Bello and Delo Dule, quite creative. So all in all, the movie was just, even though it was a usual storyline, whereby people we are all used to that kind of storyline in Nollywood.
Some people have gone through it. A couple of times.
But how you now produced it, made it your own, was quite commendable.
I think the only issue I had with that movie was, so you started the movie like a documentary. You understand, like a documentary, and most of the movies we have watched, like Hollywood movies, that when you start a movie like, hi, my name is Cuz, I'm married to this person, and there's so it's like you're talking about your life,
like a narration, right?
Yes. So at the end, you now say, so this is how it now ended. This is something like, but I think they now stopped. I will now enter the movie
because the narration was not needed any longer.
So why did you start the movie that way?
That narration was just to establish the movie. It was not like it's going
if we have just used a voice without him. He was doing like, when he say open, he was looking like, he looked at the camera.
Yeah.
So if he didn't look at the camera, you're looking at the camera and talking like, hey guy, I'm the CEO of this, I'm married to you, and she doesn't have a fashion sense, blah blah blah. So he was like his own story. But unfortunately, it was not his story.
It was not his story at all.
But that first scene, man, it was
I loved it, but I felt like
now let's talk about the end of the movie.
Yeah.
How he killed. Let's not spoil the movie. We all know how it ended. Do you think it was good enough? Do you think it was a great ending? Do you think it was necessary? Do you think it was a bit too much? Let's start with you, Jude.
I felt like they dragged the movie. Just
it was long. It was really long.
I felt like when you notice that this guy is, he's not the kind of person you thought he was, you understand? Just break up. You guys just file for divorce and stuff like that. I didn't see all those.
She was considering her father as well. Her father told her.
She has already done something that has gone. The father already almost want to disown her because she took a loan, or it took like 500 million from the company, and the father is like, I already stepped her down from being the CEO. You understand? So that's even the best time to even the man too. I don't want to get married to this man. You understand? But waiting to start having, killing somebody, trying to implicate, bringing some other character. I feel like the movies have ended like way back. You just have to just make it lengthy.
Well, to be too straightforward now.
What is it? We already knew, okay, this guy, you have seen this guy's character, that this guy doesn't love her. Now you have met Anthony. You understand?
Yeah, but that's reality, Jude. Sometimes you might feel that, this person doesn't love me, I don't feel that connection any longer. But divorce is not something you just wake up and do.
It's not like a relationship.
Right? Do you get? That's why
it
can take years to separate from someone that you're not into, like someone you're married to but you're no longer interested. But it might just take like a WhatsApp message to break up with your girlfriend. Do you get what I'm saying? This is marriage.
Please don't break up with your girlfriend.
Do you get? So this is marriage. So you don't expect her to just walk out of the marriage just like that. And bearing in mind that she has a child, and she has a career as well. So she was weighing all of her options. Like, okay, if I leave this person, what's the guarantee that this same guy will not be worse off? You get, this is just a feeding. You get, so that's how marriage works, and that's how marriage dynamics work. So when you see some, and it's real life, that's when you see some people in marriages and they are not happy. You tell them, break up now, leave this married, or but it's not as easy as it sounds. Sometimes a lot of things you have to consider. A lot of things. Even your partner will not be willing to divorce, because except your partner is willing to divorce you, it might take a whole lot for you to leave that marriage legally. You might separate, you might go somewhere to leave, but breaking up that marriage officially is going to be a tall order.
So what I was saying was,
you get, so
what I was saying,
so if you're like, that's why they have to bring in those dynamics to unravel the kind of person a husband truly was. That is not just a cunning person, he's a murderer. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Secondly, to establish that, she did not have that tubular occultation, what was it called now? That disease. Yeah. They have to tell a story. There should be a story behind it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm just speaking from the scriptwriter's perspective. You're like, why are you wasting time?
No, it's movie. I feel like it's movie. So most times you're already done like 4, 5, 6 scenes that we have seen that the guy is not. We are used to. So why don't you just? There's some scenes you are just taking off and bring it closer. Why stress?
How about as Jude was watching it, he was already cutting this part.
I've touched the screen. I was like, this is getting long. I already know how it's going to end.
It was long.
You understand? Yeah. Like either you are skipping me on my seat, like I was like, how is it going to end? I was okay, keep going. You understand? But I already know the end. You have met Anthony. Then the funny part is that Anthony got you pregnant, and you have not slept with this guy for a long time.
And you're saying that part was really very confusing,
because she's not a wayward wife, or she was not a wayward wife. It was pressure that pushed her to that.
No, but how do you pin you and your husband? You've not had
they actually made love.
She intentionally did that. She knew what the guy. Yes.
Afterwards,
okay.
So it's just normal now that you can't just go to your husband and somebody else impregnated me. Thank God, I'm now pregnant. By who? Somebody else. No, it's not. Doesn't work that way. So you try. That's why paternity fraud is a big deal in Nigeria. It's 30%. Out of 10 children watching me right now, 3 of those children are not living with their real fathers.
Yeah, that's true.
Proven fact.
Yeah.
Why do we have paternity fraud? It's because of cases like this. Okay. So that's just the way it is.
So I have one question for AY.
Oh my God.
AY, this movie you finished watching. What's the morals of this movie? Apart from finding your other side, yes. What other morals do you learn from this movie?
Michelle, are you approving of this question?
Yeah, go on.
Couples should tend to
divorce.
No,
it's not working.
Never. I won't advocate for that.
Okay.
Look before you leap.
Actually,
look before you leap. Before you get married, you're watching me right now. Someone is in your life. You're planning marriage and all that. There are red flags everywhere. Nothing just happens. There are red flags.
Okay.
So balance your brain with your heart. That's all I can say. If you want to get married now, and you want to get married to a life partner, not just a wife or a woman or a man, balance your brain with your heart. Look well. There are some red flags that will be out there that are just staring at your face. But because you are just enveloped with pressure or love or whatever, you just go into the marriage. Those signs were there even before you said, yes, I do.
Yeah. So in addition to that, someone said when you're getting married, you're not just getting married to the person's strengths. A lot of times we look out for the person's strength. She's very strong. All of
the positives.
But you're getting married to the person's weaknesses as well. So look for the weaknesses that are marriageable, that you can live with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because nobody is going to change. I've lived a particular way for 25 years, and then you're coming to get married to me, and you expect that I'll switch. It doesn't happen like that. So that's a very, very great advice, AY. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. God
now, so wrap up. Who was your worst actor? And
worst.
Yeah.
Michelle, why?
Me already have the best in my heart.
Just say it.
But no, I'm not gonna say it. Who was your worst actor?
Start with AY.
Jude now.
No, start worst.
Jude, you can do this. Let's go. Who was the worst?
I can't do it. Worst actor.
Yeah. for the movie, more like the person didn't really
For
portray.
you to have a best, you should have a worst.
Exactly.
We talk about best here. Let's talk about worst. Be a man. Do this thing, man. Name and shame.
It was the extra.
Oh.
The extra. I just
That person carrying the food.
I can
Don't
tell
carry
you
the
mine,
one.
no, I'm
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, anyway, go.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
It's the lady that acted that maid. Calabar was her name now.
Oh, I've forgotten this name.
Is that no? I've forgotten her name now.
Yeah.
She overdid it. It was overacting.
Okay, since we are there now, let me talk.
Who?
What's his name?
I can mention my best too in the same
No, I
breath.
won't mention his name. Me and
Should I
him.
hold on to my best?
No, hold on.
Okay.
No, don't worry.
No, you must say something.
The extra again.
Who is the extra?
Who is the extra?
That so that's it. Funke was drunk. It's one guy there. The guy doesn't have to drink.
Dude.
Me, I really do not think that child played a very great role. Like, I don't know.
Come on now. How about leave that child
No,
alone
but
now.
he was not that his scene was not necessary. I'm like, who is this one? Well, come on. Okay, now that we've talked about that, you are not allowed to call your best.
I can't say my best.
You can't say your
Please.
best
You can't say
because you
your
have to say your worst.
You have to
Say
I feel
your
my worst.
Who-
The extra that was drinking in that club or
What's
so.
this person's name?
Emily.
Okay, so AY, who was
My
your
best
best? Yeah.
is between Funke and Efa.
It has to be Efa.
But Efa no. Efa
Efa
the
tried.
kiss oh. Hey, Hosanu Bamela huh?
Please,
The handle. Sorry.
You see, can you even kill more than
let's not
Benjamin?
even talk
Benjamin, first scene.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But Efa, do you know why I picked Efa? Efa to act alongside Funke, you must be strong.
Mm-hmm.
You must be strong. And Efa made Funke act like a baby. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like Funke was actually in love with Efa in that movie. Like it was real. Like Funke was mad with you. Like why you just lose guarding like this now?
This is and I feel like this is the second time they're acting together.
I've never seen them act together before. I'm being sincere about this. So Funke was like, when
They acted together in what's the name of this movie? Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
but Funke was like, when you're a teenager is in love, like when you just fall in love, like a first love. That's the word I'm looking for. I was actually go and watch that movie again. You go see Funke was vulnerable before Efa. I was like, what is this guy doing to this mama now? What's happening? But he was able to play that role well. So for me, Efa Iwara killed it, man.
All right, so now we're done talking about our best actor because Jude, you're not saying anything. Yeah, let's hear from you. Who was your best actor? If you're not saying Efa, then just close the mic.
Okay, I've closed him. It can't be him.
All right.
What did he act? I've seen him act too many times. That
No,
same
please
scene.
don't.
Anyway, I will.
Shame Efa,
So
thank
he's my guy. He's my close friend, Femi Adebayo.
Okay.
You understand? See that character?
Generally.
We have siblings. When you guys are arguing, you understand? You guys love yourself, oh? Like you guys love yourself. But when you guys have all those, who's taking the share or something, that's what the guy was reminding me of. His funny nature. Even he doesn't have strength to even fight.
Yeah.
But he still
Well,
have
he
to.
tried.
Yeah.
He did well. Towards
So,
the end, I
yeah,
had
true.
to defend his
Femi
sister.
Adebayo.
That was cute, but
Have
he's
to
still
kick
not
his
my. he did well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he's
So
my standard.
now let's the ultimate.
Yeah.
Would you toast or roast this movie? Is it a toast or a roast? So start with you, Jude.
So what was this for?
Is it your Travis man show? Who is the presenter?
Okay. All right. So.
The moment of truth.
You see why I said this is really confusing. Like it was really confusing for me. Do I like this movie? Do I not like it? Is it good? Is it okay? There are lessons to be learned, but did they kill it? So
All right. So if I was moved, is a toast.
oh.
Yes, it's a toast. I love the movie. I enjoyed every scene. I enjoyed Funke doesn't get old in my eye. I don't know why. Her character, I've watched her,
She's a phoenix.
from when she was acting home movie those years down to now. It's as if she keeps, bringing out this new character of her. So she keeps, keeping me glued to the screen and stuff like that. So
Great. AY.
For me, it's a very, very huge toast. Very huge toast. The message was succinct, was very clear. Value adding movie. It's a family movie and all that. Celebrating family and its essence. And also, my best scene was when she got drunk and she was with Joseph Banjamin. I was just laughing. Funke played a romantic role. Like, she made me blush. Every time she was with Efa, I was just blushing because of the way she made herself, she was in sync. She was into that character, and it ended well. The beginning of the movie too was quite interesting too. Somebody's giving somebody something and the pants are still up. But anyways, well, go and watch the movie. First thing, number one thing, you know what I'm talking about. But all in all, Finding Me, it's a good movie. Funke, you've done it again. Another banger.
All right, you've heard it from our lovely guests, AY and Jude. It's a toast from me as well. Before Jude started looking at me with side eyes, it was a great movie. Yeah, it was a great movie. Kudos to Funke Akindele, you did amazingly well. So there you have it, guys. It's a toast from all of us here at POV, but you still need to go and see the movie. Tell us what you think in the comments. Was it a kill for you, or would you roast this movie? This is where we draw the curtain right here on the show. Ensure to tell us what you think about the movie on the comments, and we'll be waiting right there for you. I am Michelle Abanum, and have a great time. Bye-bye.